nation, the great late Dr. Eric Eustace Williams, formally opened the country's first youth camp on December 31st, 1964. He highlighted his government's concern for the youth of Trinidad and Tobago. He saw this pioneering youth development mechanism as a fail-safe way of making the young people aware of the realities of life in a small, independent, developing country. Our distinguished Prime Minister and political leader, the Honorable Patrick Manning, in his address at the 30th Annual Convention of the People's National Movement, pointed out that youth camps were but one of a variety of mechanisms employed in the development of our young people. Under successive PNM administrations, our young people have been provided with easy opportunities in education at all levels. Continuing education for all in the communities, and under the current administration, we have seen the continuing expansion of our second university, the University of Trinidad and Tobago. By their mechanisms, the system has been turning out hundreds of first-class, trained, certified graduates every year. It must be apparent, ladies and gentlemen, that the government of the day has an overall approach, a holistic approach to the youth development for Trinidad and Tobago. An appreciation of the Vision 2020 would lead us to conclude that youth development is embedded within the overall developmental plan for taking Trinidad and Tobago to developed country status by the year 2020. My dear brothers and sisters gathered here tonight at the College of Harris Promenade, I tell you, the PNM's approach suggests that whatever is to be done for the development of us young people must stem from an overall concept of society. If society is confused, violent, and destructive, then the confusion, the violence, and the destructiveness of our youth can be arrested and prevented only by an approach which sees the development of a society as a whole. By now, my dear friends, you must be in agreement with me that the People's National Movement has formulated a strategy offered to us in the literature of the Vision 2020. Among the 5 developmental pillars in the Vision 2020 are 2 which offers wide scope for youth development. These are developing innovative people and nurturing a caring society. Ladies and gentlemen, while tonight's meeting is focused on modernizing systems of governance, I am attempting to illustrate why young people must commit themselves to joining in the dialogue. I am now more than ever aware that there is so much in the overall literature designed specifically to enhance our growth and development. I therefore feel that the need to share my feelings with all of you listening here tonight. My dear friends, the People's National Movement has long ago given us a legacy of caring and compassion for the youth of our nation. We, the members of the PNM Youth League, under the astute leadership of our political leader and his team, have the opportunity to become the standard bearers of hope for the future development of every young person in Trinidad and Tobago. We have been provided with the documents of Vision 2020, with which we must become more intimately aware. It is therefore our responsibility as young citizens to be fully prepared to support and collaborate with the government's efforts aimed at taking the country forward to develop country status by the year 2020. Indeed, we will be the leaders of tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's forum here at the College of Harris Promenade, the one held on last week Monday night at Woodford Square, and those planned for other venues in the near future must be embraced not only by the youth, but by all concerned citizens as valuable sources of furthering our political education and informing of our beloved country. I, Tamika Kinsale, urge the people of Trinidad and Tobago, especially you, the youth, to join us as we seek to provide the information so vital as our PNM government, guided by our political leader, the Honorable Patrick Augustus Mervyn Manning, sets the stage for continuing social, economic, political change necessary as the country moves inexorably towards the year 2020. Great is the PNM, and it shall prevail.
Let me go, a bus in the road so I can reach for what is mine. No matter what life bring down the road, I'm gonna reach for what is mine. Let them talk, let them talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the young Tamika Kinsale, hailing from the constituency of San Fernando East. Let's show some support for youth this evening.
You got to open up your eyes so you can see it, and anything you want to be, believe that you can be and see. No matter what people say.
At this time, I invite you to sit back, those of you with seats, those of you standing, relax, pay attention, and focus on a short video presentation. This presentation is a historical journey of the People's National Movement starting from its inception, 1956, towards Vision 2020 at present. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives you an insight into the conduct of the People's National Movement in public affairs and the provisions of good governance over the years. The short video presentation of the People's National Movement. Let me hear it for our great party, the People's National Movement. I'm sure that you will agree with me this evening that the list of achievement of the People's National Movement really are too numerous to mention in a shortened video production. The founding fathers of our party and many others will be able to share some insights in terms of the great legacy of the People's National Movement. But one thing I want to say this evening as we continue with our proceedings is that when you look at the video production, when you look at the list of achievements of the People's National Movement in terms of the governance of Trinidad and Tobago, you will agree with me that without a doubt, the People's National Movement, more than any other political party, did the greatest job in terms of spreading the national wealth to all the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And so there are many things for which we can be proud of this evening. And speaking of proud, to continue our public education here at Harris Promenade in San Fernando this evening is another proud member of the San Fernando soil. Ladies and gentlemen, our speaker hails from the Grant Memorial Presbyterian School and St. Joseph's Convent, followed by the University of the West Indies and Hugh Wooden Law School to complete her tertiary education. She's from a family with deep PNM roots, a person who has served the party in several ministerial positions, the last being the Minister of Legal Affairs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the microphone the Member of Parliament for the constituency of Point-a-Pierre and the Minister of Science, Technology and Tertiary Education, the Honorable Christine Kangaloo, to address us.